Fuck, I actually don't know how I'm gonna get it out. I don't know what side it's facing, but it's clearly facing. Woo! Morning, guys. Today it's a beautiful cloudy day here in the Seattle area. We are in our way to our first deep cleaning of the day. It's roughly like 7:20 a.m. right now. We're on schedule to be in our job site around 8 a.m. We're going to Kirkland. If you guys know of that city, that's where we're going to then. So thanks for our client, which by the way, the funny thing about this client, it's not funny though, it's cool, is that this client actually booked us since July, and she actually lives on the East Coast. I have something on my lips, guys, hold on. Looks like I'm putting chapstick. Anyways, she actually found us on social media, and well, she called me directly on my phone. We spoke, she loved the idea, and I ended up booking a service. Now the beautiful thing is that she's doing this service as a gift for her son. So right now we're going to clean her son's house. My team left a little bit before me, so I'm chasing them, but we're on the way right now. And we have made it, guys. Right here we have the money maker over here. My team's been waiting. I took the wrong exit, so they waited for me for like 10 minutes, but we made it safe. So right now, main thing we're gonna do, it's me and my team, we're gonna get all of our equipment ready. But me personally, I always walk in first to greet the client and talk to them, see what's going on, so that we can just have a game plan of what we'll actually do today, because there is a difference between what's on paper to what's actually in front of our eyes. At this point, I got the chance to meet with our client. We did a walkthrough and got an idea of what we're gonna do. I spoke with my team. They already know what they're gonna do. It's a little bit tricky today because it's 7 of us here today, so I really have to be mindful and delegate properly so that we're not wasting time and we're being as efficient as possible. So with that being said, for today, we are doing a deep cleaning. And now I'm about to actually walk around, take note of exactly what is it that is going on. For example, like if we're gonna do windows, I'm gonna count how many windows are in the house. So with that, give a better idea to our client how much it would cost to get all the windows done. I'm also gonna take like one thing right here. I'm gonna be taking notes of items that need cleaning. For example, there is that chandelier up there. My client specifically asked if we can get to it. Now today, I don't think we're gonna get to it, but possibly on another day, we will get to it. I will need to bring my ladder to get that clean. So anyways, I'm gonna right now do my personal walkthrough, take notes of what's going on. And at that point, if the work scope changes, we'll get a better idea on how long it's gonna take. As of right now though, we're expecting to be here the full day, but things change because sometimes these cleanings can become 2, 3, if not 4 sessions, depending on what we got going on. Officially, I concluded the whole walkthrough around the whole property, and my client decided that he wants to get all of his windows on the interior completely clean, which is a total of, let me check because it is a lot of things. We're gonna be doing 44 windows on the interior, and we're gonna be cleaning totally 21 of those windows are like sliding windows that we need to disassemble. So part of the service is gonna be disassembling the windows, as well as cleaning 44 windows from the interior. Another thing that he wanted to do is get all of the baseboards around the property fully cleaned. That includes the handrail of the stairs. Another cool thing is there's 3 main air vents around the whole house that we're gonna be cleaning. And lastly, he wanted chandeliers. I think in the beginning I already showed the main chandelier, but there is 4 chandeliers in the whole house that he wanted to get clean. And on top of that, we're giving him a free fridge interior cleaning. So that's the work scope for today. We're gonna be doing a massive deep cleaning. This house by no means it's like disgusting. The house is actually pretty clean, but That being said, there's still a lot of places that do need attention to detail to make this house look pristine. One thing right here in this shower, this is probably the most neglected area, but with that being said, once we actually get started, there's always surprises. But in this shower, there's a lot of mold built up in between the grout of the tiles, so that is something that we really need to target, as well as cleaning the drain. I'm not sure when was the last time the drain was cleaned from the actual inside, so we're actually gonna unscrew the drain cover, clean inside, and put it back together, as well as cleaning the shower glass. I do not think there is hard watermarks, but there's only one way to know. Once we actually get our hands and start scrubbing, we will see if there's hard watermarks or if it's just soap scum. A very important aspect of the cleaning of this bathroom is going to be to target the corners in the windows. Why? Because at first glance, it doesn't look dirty, but once we actually look close, you can see all of the mold that is getting into that corner of the window. So I'm gonna be cleaning this shower, but before that, let's take a peek of what's going on around with my team. Right now, we can see my coworker, she's detailing that window that I mentioned had mold on the corners. Because here's the thing, when there's not enough ventilation, mold's gonna grow up. So it's needed to target it. And right there, you guys will see, like, kind of like, you guys see that, like, it was so needed to get it cleaned. Moving on, my other coworker is over here detailing the sink. She's removing hard watermarks with the razor blade. So yeah, they're just trying to look this sink as good as possible. Moving on outside the bathroom, let's see what's going on. I know one of my coworkers is dusting, but I don't know where she is. Let's see. Ooh, another bathroom, but nobody's here. Oh, here it is. Right now, she's dusting and wiping down the light fixtures. The main thing she's doing before, my coworker, she was removing cobwebs, and now she moved into actually dusting. But let's see what's going on in our other areas of this house. One of the things that we have to do at some point is we need to detail these handrails for the stairs, but like not only the handrail, but also the base, which a lot of dirt, again, it's not visible, but like once you clean it, like it really makes a difference. Now down here, here's where a lot of the action is going on. If you guys take a peek over here, the kitchen, my two coworkers are killing it. Right there we can see she's cleaning behind the toaster, and my other coworker on the left side, she's going at it on the microwave. One of the things is that, as you guys can see, I have two of my coworkers going at the kitchen. The kitchen is the hardest place to clean in a house. Specifically today, I think this is where most of the time is gonna go. So that's why we have two from the very beginning, and probably at some point I'm gonna have three people here so that we can get it knocked out of the way. A cool fact is that when we were cleaning the top of these cabinets, as we were dusting, something really like curious to me stand out. There was wood dust from when the remodel of this house happened, which was a few years ago, meaning it's been a while since this house has been like properly deep cleaned. Because again, it's not dirty, the house is not dirty, but we're really getting into those areas that haven't seen our hands in a good while. We just started cleaning the handrails of this stairway, and well, the cleaning consists of first going with a magic eraser to really remove any like caked on grime from our hands, as well as any scuffs that we might see around, like right, you guys saw right there, like ugh. So that's why it's important to go with the magic eraser. Now we're using a diluted degreaser, and right here my coworker, she's using like I said, the diluted degreaser, but she's going with the medium bristle brush to really get in between those cracks and crevices to really get that pristine look that we're looking on this stairway of the house. It's been a few hours now. We started cleaning like around 8:30 or 9 a.m. Right now it's roughly 2 p.m. And well, my co-workers finally finished the kitchen, and the last piece to conclude this beautiful kitchen is going to be this window, so that this kitchen is fully transformed. So come along and watch me disassemble this. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Just kidding. So every time I do this, I always like to be careful and be sure that the countertop is strong enough to hold me. But I'm gonna open this window and okay. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to disassemble it the way I wanted to, because there is a sensor from their security system right here. So let me take a second to analyze if we can actually take this window out or not. All right, so turns out that I can actually, like, I don't know if you guys can see from it, but there's a little plastic thing that I can press, which releases the actual sensor, and it activated the alarm for a second time. So sorry for my owner. I mean, I'm so sorry for the owner of this. But well, taking that out will actually give us the leverage to actually pull out the window like this and be able to access this side of the track, which is gonna be the dirtiest. One thing right here is I always wanna be careful to not really damage the window sill. But it's always tricky to get these windows out because we have the faucet. So I'm gonna have to make some space right here. Okay, to be honest, I'm struggling with this window. It's also because there's so many pots around here. But all right, given the circumstances, now I have the solution for this problem. We're not gonna bother ourselves bringing the window down from the countertop, because the goal is to really just take the window out from the rail so that we can access it. So we're just gonna leave it there, clean the track, clean the actual window frame right there on the spot, and then I'm just gonna put it back. So to finish disassembling the window track, I'm gonna use my favorite tool, which is this like paint can opener. And like all I'm gonna do is go to the side right here and pull it, and it's gonna reveal all of the good stuff that is down there. And this is why we disassemble the windows. And again, look at all of the dust that is in there. Again, it's a lot of construction dust. So again, as we keep like cleaning this house, we can see that since it's been remodeled, again, I don't know when it was remodeled, it hasn't had the proper cleaning that it needs. Right now, I'm in the middle of disassembling the windows. There's 21 windows that I need to disassemble. And I already disassembled the kitchen one, and that's when I noticed there was a lot of like construction dust from like wood. This one, I haven't disassembled it, but if we take a quick peek to that top corner of the window, there is like a brown stain, a little, yeah, that one. That again is telling me it's wood dust, which means this house was through a lot of remodel work. And the reason I wanted to record this specific window track is because I get a feeling that there's gonna be so much gunk underneath this. Ooh, and again, it didn't disappoint. Just look at all of that is coming up. Ooh. Woo! It was so needed to do this. And again, that's all just debris from the construction. And it has been there, I don't know how long. This is why we do this type of cleanings. When disassembling the windows, the main thing that we do is, first of all, when it's dry, we're gonna brush it to just loosen up all the debris. Then we will vacuum it. And a very cool, important detail right here, it's the window that we disassemble from the actual window frame. At the bottom, it's gonna have so much debris that it's needed to be brushed off, so that when we put it back, that debris doesn't land back on the track of the window. here's a great example of what can accumulate on the outer part of the window. Like, look, I'm gonna start just with my finger and watch all of the mold. Oh, watch this. Oh, that's all of the stuff that can accumulate on the outer part of the window. So it's always really important to address these parts, because just look at this. Now, one thing to keep in mind is this window, it's facing, I don't know what side it's facing, but it's clearly facing an area that is constantly getting wet. Reason why we have this moss grow build up in the outer part of the window. So that's why it's always good to get it. All right, at this point, all the windows downstairs have been disassembled, and now I'm gonna move up and continue disassembling the windows that are here on the second floor of this house. And I think aside disassemble, this is something that I wanted to share with you guys. It's how challenging these cleanings can be at times for myself, because not only am I coming to transform my client's house, which is priority number one, you know, they're the ones that are paying for us to be here, but also I take videos with the help of my social media manager, Nada, and it's a whole mission, you know, keeping track of like what the cleaning is going to be, the paperwork, communicating with my team, and then also keeping track with my social media manager, like what videos are we gonna do, which scenes do we need. And to be honest, at times it can be very stressful executing these services, because on top of the service, I'm working on getting great footage for you guys. So yeah, I think a lot of the times it can be easy to just see the videos and not really know or understand everything that happens behind the scenes. So for all of you guys that watch videos, just have massive respect for the content creators, because it's a tough job. It's not that easy, to be honest. The time finally came to wash this beautiful shower. First thing that I'm gonna do, it's as usual, it's gonna be to take all of the items that are present in the shower out of the shower, so that once we start spraying Clorox, we don't splash personal items with Clorox or as we're scrubbing. So let me take them out. At this point, the bathroom has been already like dusted and vacuumed, so I like to do that. That way, as I'm putting things out and we're getting things wet, it's not gonna really create a mess. Let's see. Every bathroom is different, so I'm trying to like get myself familiarized with what I have going on, which I see these things don't come off. So I'm just gonna take out the containers one by one. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to put things on little groups, so that I know where goes what. I don't know if that made sense, but hopefully you guys understood. Now that the whole shower is completely empty, the next step is gonna be to actually spray Clorox all around. Right now I was playing with this one because sometimes there is like, I don't know, like fungi around the actual squeegee, so I'm just putting Clorox right there to disinfect. But right now the main thing is gonna be to spray Clorox on all the corners and crevices to disinfect and kill all the bad stuff that may be present. And with that being said, the secret right here is to let it sit for 15 minutes, and then we will actually start cleaning. So enjoy the process. And here are the final results of this beautiful shower. The grout went from looking like this to this. The corners of the shower, which were all grimy, now look like this. And what about the drain, which was so nasty? Now it's looking shiny as ever. And of course, water will drain much better because we took a bunch of hair out. And to top it off, the whole floor and shower was sanitized with our steam cleaner. Good morning, we're back here at the deep cleaning we started a couple days ago. This is our second session. Today, mainly we're doing window cleaning. That's the only thing that we didn't get to, but it's not such a small thing though, because it's 44 windows that we need to clean, so it's quite a bit. So anyways, as you guys can see, today I have my ladder with me because we're gonna be cleaning some high windows, but mainly we're gonna be cleaning the high chandelier that it's over there, as you can see. That should be fun. My coworkers are helping me to wash some of the windows on the outside. Technically, we were not gonna do any outside windows, but we're gonna give a little gift to our client, and that's the goal of today. Now, funny story, and funny enough, if the vlog looks a little off, it's because, lucky me, first vlog, and my SD card had some issues, so I did lose a few clips that I wanted to share with you guys. So if there is some parts that look like, I'm so sorry, but I still want to put this together for you guys. Hope that you guys still enjoy. So let's see what we got going on today, and well, let's enjoy this vlog. On top of doing the windows today, another thing that we didn't get to on our first day was cleaning the chandeliers. My coworkers helping out. And well, main thing that we do on all chandeliers is to really disassemble them. We take all the light bulbs off, the light fixtures, we wash them, and then we take the time to thoroughly detail the whole structure of the chandelier to make it look spotless. Here are the parts of the chandelier that we took apart and we washed them carefully. We always want to be careful because sometimes the coating can come off, but that is something that I always disclose to our clients. That way there is no like hard feelings in between, but these ones are in great condition, nothing came off, they're looking as good as ever. And yeah, we're just gonna let them dry right now while she's over here finishing that chandelier. And well, now the challenge of the day has come, which is cleaning that chandelier. So I'm gonna go walk outside, get the ladder, get everything set up. Now, one thing, it's anytime I'm doing these type of things, I do want to be very careful with the ladder to not scratch the floors nor the walls, because well, these are they can really scratch the floors, and there is really beautiful wood floor right here that we don't want to scratch. So I'm going to be careful to put microfiber towels both on the legs of the ladder as well as the arms on the top here. So yeah, let's go and do it. Let's see how it goes. All right, so as you guys can see right here in the floor, I put some microfiber towels, but I need the help of my coworker to put some microfiber towels on the arms of the ladder. So actually what we're doing is we're just putting microfiber towels on the arms of the ladder so that I can put it up there, I don't scratch. Let's see if we were successful into doing this. And again, the main point is to avoid scratching anything. Okay, good here. This leg's not good. Whew. All right, after struggling, we made it happen. It was just the base of this leg was a little stuck, but now we're just gonna put the ladder up carefully, and then we need to find a good spot. Now the good thing with the microfiber towels being on the floor is that I can drag it without scratching anything. But again, anytime I'm doing this, it's always a little sketchy not gonna lie. But that's what keeps me going. It's fun, to be frank. And now I always like to do this with 2 people because I don't like to be standing up on the top of the ladder by myself. I'm still young. I don't wanna get any type of injuries, to be frank. Now I'm just trying to get the right angle, make sure that the ladder is gonna be strong once I'm on the top there. Looking good. All right, so the first step is gonna be to turn it off as always. Now, you guys don't see me, but I'm about to get up the ladder. Okay, now I've asked my coworker to stand at the bottom of the ladder so I do not want to fall. To be honest, it's pretty safe, but for the whole purpose, woo, like I said, this is always sketchy. The next thing right now is gonna be to one by one take this off, and to be honest, this is gonna take some time. I'm not gonna lie, this is always a little sketchy. I'm struggling with this. Perfect. It's always a little tricky taking these things off. But basically, there is a washer right here that needs to get loosened up. I'll show you guys in 1 second. This one, you guys probably don't see it from there, but I'll show you later. And then we take this off. And once we take this off, then I have to repeat it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times more. And then I'm gonna hand this down, and then we're gonna wash it one by one while I wipe the chandelier. And that's what's gonna give us that really pristine look. Final touch of this job. Once we take them off, we actually start scrubbing them, as you guys can see right here. The micro worker is doing it. And not rocket science, guys. We're just using dish soap, scrubbing sponge, and then some water to rinse them and make them look cool. And well, next step on my end, it's with my microfiber towels and the Swiffer, just wipe it clean and make it look shiny. Something really cool, it's my client actually took the time to get new light bulbs to replace them on the chandelier. I think that it's so smart. Out of all the chandeliers that I've cleaned, nobody's ever given me new light bulbs, and she's super smart because she's right. Who in the heck gets up there to replace light bulbs? So right now that we're cleaning it, perfect opportunity to put new light bulbs so that they don't go out in the next few years. All right, so now we're up here. First thing is I'm gonna use this Swiffer to remove the heavy coat of dust. And after dusting it, the next step is gonna be to just wipe it clean with this. I just got down from cleaning the chandelier up there, and let me just tell you, this is a workout for your quads. If you guys know about working out, it's like doing sissy squats when you're up there in the ladder. So right now my quads are on fire. And that's a wrap. We finally completed this deep cleaning. Second session, all done. For the record, first day, it was such a long day. It took us, we were here like 11 hours because we arrived here around 8 a.m. and then we concluded around 7 p.m., which was a little not ideal. You know, it's not ideal to be in our client's house at that time, but we were just doing our best to wrap it up. Today, much better execution. We arrived here at like 9. It's around 1 p.m. We're all good to go. And our client happy, I'm happy. The house was transformed from clean to pristine, because again, this house wasn't dirty at all, but we put, I think it was, I don't know, over 50 hours of cleaning, just detailing the house. Now, to conclude our day, the last thing is to run a load of cleaning racks. So those are the dry ones from the morning. Now this is the one that we left running. So we're gonna put it to dry. And then the next thing is gonna be to put some of the dirty ones that came out today. Today, because of the job, there is so many cleaning racks. Like there is a couple buckets full of dirty racks. But yeah, this will conclude today's first vlog. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know in the comment, and if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.